In our top story today, Labour leader Zwelinzima Vavi takes a swipe at his comrades in the tripartite alliance as he launches his Corruption Watch initiative. Crocodiles, cannibals, sharks, pigs. Where? Malo Sani Bonani Dakhse, how's it? I'm Tim Mudisa, this is ZANEWS. Let's get it on. With us in the studio, Cosatu General Secretary Zwelinzima Vavi and former President Thabo Mbeki. Our topic, the cancer of corruption. Hello, Tim.
Yes, good evening, viewers. It is good to be with you, all my good people again. You are right, Tim. Corruption is a cancer. You know, it has often been said that power corrupts and so on. But someone said that corruption is authority plus monopoly minus transparency and so on and stuff like that.
We will.
Or was it monopoly minus authority?
Or we won't. Get back to you later, Mr. Former President. But right now, let's cross to our current high-flying chief executive. A standby aircraft will continue to be used when President Jacob Zuma travels abroad. The South African Air Force will act responsibly by providing a plan B, especially for time-critical and very important missions, a spokesman said.
Hello, Mr. President. I've got your cocoa. Mr. President? Shit, we've lost him again. Yawana, he's not on this bloody plane. Can you please radio the other plane to tell the president I've got his cocoa ready?
Roger that. But, which one?
What do you mean, which one? How many bloody planes is this guy using?
Cape Town's Rondebosch Common was turned into a war zone as a large police contingent set upon a group of protesters who had occupied the area to protest lack of housing and jobs.
Yes, Tim. Look, these protesters were warned that the city was not going to tolerate any unlawful behavior.
But, Mrs. Zille, it was a very heavy-handed response, was it not? And there are accusations of police brutality.
What do you mean, Tim?
Police outnumbered the demonstrators. They even went after them with blue dye in water cannons.
What's wrong with blue, Tim? It's a nice color. We in the Democratic Alliance make a lot of use of blue. It's in all our campaign materials, for instance.
You think you'll turn angry citizens into supporters of the DA by dyeing them blue?
Ha! Don't be a professional cynic, Tim.
They say they are not going to stop.
We'll be ready for them. On the beaches, in the bunkers.
Speaking of which, they say the Mowbray golf course is next.
Typical. If these people really were concerned about taking action, they would go to KwaZulu-Natal and clean up the golf courses there.
What do you mean?
They're too scared to occupy the golf courses there. Oh no, that would disrupt Mr. Shabir Sheikh's game, and he wouldn't like that, would he? And we'll know what will happen when he gets angry. That's when the real brutality will start, and we'll see who gets blue this time, in the face.
President Barack Obama's State of the Union address has been attacked by New York's real estate mogul and TV presenter Donald Trump, who joins us now. Sir, what was the problem?
The problem? What? You want to get fired?
Not really, but it's me who asks questions here, Mr. Trump.
Well, let me tell you. He just wants to spend billions to make things easier for the poorer Americans.
So, what's bad about that?
It's anti-American, for a start, to help poor people. They gotta help themselves. That's what made this country great. That's what I did. I helped myself. And look where I am, the Donald.
I believe you want to debate the president.
Yeah, and I got stuff to say. Big stuff, important stuff. Stuff that he won't like. I'll tell him, hey, buddy, you think you're a genius? Well, you're not, because I know the genius when it walks into the room.
Who's the genius then?
The Donald. He's the genius.
What about the other Republican candidates?
Mitt is a great guy. Newt is also a super great guy. Both of us three were geniuses. Good people. Eyes on our balls, you'll see.
But what about all the infighting in these primaries? What's your advice to them?
Simple. They should all just get out of each other's hair. Just ask the Donald.
He's not there? What do you mean he's not there?
It means he's not on the aircraft. What on earth do you think it could mean, dearie?
Then where is he?
Police! I'm not his nanny. How should I know where the president is?
Well, his cocoa's getting cold.
I've already drunk his cocoa.
Hold on, crew. There seems to be another plane on the same course. Tango 1, Foxtrot, Julius, Gambut, Quato, Shaka Zulu, we are coming. Yeah, let's just leave this one. Just drive this plane behind the president.
Cosatu has stepped up the battle against public and private sector graft with the launch of its initiative, Corruption Watch. Mr. Vavi, in a nutshell, what's going to happen?
Well, Tim, with this initiative, we are hoping to collect and investigate leads on corruption and pass them over to law enforcement agencies. What we are saying to these hyenas and dogs who are eating other dogs is that we are watching you.
Which dogs? Which hyenas?
These jackals and vultures who are taking the bribes and doing the tender fraud.
There is fear, though, that if this initiative takes off, it could worsen tensions between Cosatu and the ANC.
But, Tim, these people are not necessarily paragons of virtue.
They are not?
Corruption is like a fire out of control, which makes a bottomless pit where we will all drown.
Drown? In a fire?
Yes, in huge tidal waves of individualism. Only the runaway crocodiles will survive, and the mongrels who are holding tightly on their tails.
Mr. Mbeki, if we could discuss possible tensions within the alliance.
Tim, noting, as I do, the metaphorical maelstrom of this discourse and so on, I was perhaps wondering whether such debate was in fact possible, given the parameters of the paradigm and stuff like that.
I beg your pardon, comrade, but come again. Rather don't.
The use of fire as imagery in Mr. Vavi's rhetoric is very powerful. It signifies very many things. You are aware, no doubt, of the metaphysical poets, particularly William Blake. I used to study them and so on at Sussex University. And Yeats, but Yeats was not a metaphysical.
Did he pay the traffic cops some money for a cool drink?
It is necessary for a complete understanding and so on of the underlying and inherent conceptual fallacies to explore all the facets of the misconceptions. It is unfortunate that as we have reached a pivotal moment,
thank God for that,
in the affairs of men that mean that the protracted African Renaissance, of which I was so essentially.
The president! Tell the president it's time for his cocoa!
The what? Who wants cocoa? What?
The president! The president!
President Street, Joburg. No. This bus is going to Durban by the sea. Non-stop all the way.
Oh my God, I totally give up.
No man, just wait, okay? 5 minutes, we're coming back this way. We'll pick you up then, okay?
And finally, Sarah Palin, desperate to inject herself into the Republican primary, has complained that Alaskan Airlines, her favorite carrier, has stopped a decades-old practice of supplying passengers with prayer cards during flights.
It's godless, anti-American liberal communism is what it is, you betcha. They're so close to us here in Alaska, them heathen sumbitches, that sometimes if I just spit out of my window, where will it land? Why? You betcha, right on their commie boots. Which are kind of cute, you know, seeing as they're made out of the hide of them bears they got there. And some people, too. The ones they don't like. You betcha.
Why are we doing this? Because yeah, we can. From me, team, and the team is hamburger. Goodbye and futek.
You know, Miss Tandy, I have been thinking that I should stay here a bit longer. So, can I be picked up maybe on Friday?
All the planes are out, Mr. President.
When they get back, just send them out again, okay?
All of them?
I think so, Miss Tandy. For security.
Serious? Yeah. Okay, so then make sure the planes are out on Tuesday. I want to bring on the planes and collect the planes. Thank you.